Greetings, everyone. This is Professor Muhammad, and I'm making this OTSV, that's an on-the-spot video, mainly for two things. One, to talk a little bit about expectations for how long your drafts and final grading versions of those drafts for each project should be. And also to give a little additional information on chapters 1, 2, and 3 in Abrams for this current project. So I'm just gonna get to doing that. All right, so I posted earlier today some information because I understand having anxiety over knowing how long a final project or the draft for a project should be. And you do have some instructions, but it makes you have to do a lot of thinking and work on the I guess beginning of this. So the instructions are for most of these, the 3 projects, is look to see how long some of the examples are, and then based on the examples, that's how long roughly yours should be. However, I do realize that when you're looking at examples in Empowered, so I'm just gonna go to chapter 1, Empowered. Come on, is it computer work? Thank you. And the issue with that, I clearly get, is that when you look at the examples in the chapters, one of the things happens is that, one, they're not set up using the expectations for class. Like this is one of the examples you have for project 1. And they don't have the header, they don't have, they're not formatted in double spacing. And for project 1, since you're writing a story, basically a narrative, everyone should opt to use MLA because there's no research required. So APA is really something that you use when you're doing research-based academic work. MLA, you can use both for all types of writing, including research-based. So as you scroll through here and you look at this first example, you can't really tell how long it is. So what I did was I took all the examples and I transposed them into Word, and I set them up like an essay with a heading. And that's how I came up with how long these projects should be. So yes, you actually do have examples of the first project that range anywhere from 6 to about 12 double space pages. So there you have it. Page length range for each of the projects. Project 2, because it's a different type of writing, somewhere around 6 to 7 pages. 1, you don't get points based on how long a particular document is. So that's why I'm giving you these ranges. Some people may go longer. The minimum, is what you should be at least shooting for if you're dedicated to I must count pages. And then, project 3 is really long. It's a research paper, so it has a broad range of length. And then project 4, I cannot tell you a length because you do not have examples. It is a final exam, so it is the one where you demonstrate that you can look at the rhetorical situation. So that's the writing situation. And that's what we have to do in real life. Figure out what the writing situation is and what the purpose of the writing, and then that dictates how long it should be, unless you have some other, constraints. So if you have a constraint that you're applying for a job and it asks you for a 1-page cover letter, you should follow those instructions. So you need to think about the writing situation always. And this is why for the last task, project 4, you're not told what that is. You're giving information about it, and you have to decide how long that document should be to make the purpose. So I hope this helps people. Also, your drafts, you should shoot for a completed draft. There's no magical number. So, you should try to make your draft as complete as possible. So if I know I can tell if my personal story is like 8 pages, then I'm going to say I'm done in 8 pages. So there's no magic draft number except for trying to bring a completed draft, which looks as much as possible like the final version. The difference between a draft and the final grading draft is you had some time to think about the draft, go back, revise it, and improve it. And depending on the what you've done in that draft, the final draft could be longer or shorter. It depends on what you need to change and improve. So that's my spiel about page length. So I'm gonna pause right here and then switch gears to start my overview about the chapters. So I'm gonna stop this video